ESPN's Get Up picked the winners of the AFC North. 3 of the 4 on the panel picked the Baltimore Ravens. Listen to who Mike Greenberg picks.
Well, I'm going to save the graphic, and I'm going to save all of you from the humiliation a little bit later, because you have all overlooked the obvious. If you took the names off the fronts of the jerseys and only paid attention to the names on the backs of the jerseys, it would be no doubt the Cleveland Browns have, and I will say this, I'm Dominique Foxworth, I'm looking right at your face. The Cleveland Browns have the most talent of any team in the AFC. The most talent of any team in the AFC, and that includes the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I understand the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, and that changes the dynamic of everything. I'm not saying they're a better team, because Mahomes might be the greatest quarterback of all time. But if you line up their 22 against anyone else's 22, and you start picking them at the schoolyard, you're going to take Cleveland's guys.
Let's bring back in Jeff Phelps, 92.3 The Fan, Browns pre, post, and halftime, as well as Bally Sports Great Lakes. Jeff, when you look at that, it's an interesting way to look at the AFC North.
Greenberg's drinking orange Kool-Aid, isn't he?
There's a little bit of truth to what he says, though. I mean,
yeah, that's all great. It's still a team game, you know. Still a team game. He loves the Browns. Good for him. I think they're the best team in the AFC North. I do. Yep. I think they're better than Baltimore. But man, he's adamant about it, and so good for him. There's a ton of talent, Dave. We saw that defense last year. Is it going to magically just come together like this next year? Sure hope so, because boy, it wasn't very good last year. So I hope that they can get it together. But keep in mind, just signing players doesn't always get it done. And you have to make it mesh, you have to make it work, and you have to make it play as one unit. I think it can, I think it will. But I do think you need to remember that, okay, just because you signed all these guys doesn't mean it's going to click right now. Is Takk McKinley going to stay healthy? Great. Is Jadeveon Clowney going to stay healthy? Is Malik Jackson going to turn back the clock a few years? What about Walker inside? There are all kinds of things that you have to think about here. And that's the catch for me on the defense. There are so many pieces that have to come in and fit and mesh and then play as a unit. It's not like it's 2 or 3 guys. It's like 6, 7 guys. And so that'll be a real key thing to watch early on in the season, especially because those games count as much as the games later after you've already hopefully meshed.